everybody, it's Kelly and I am back with another layout, and I have a whole slew of photos today. I think, let me think. Yep, I have 10 photos today. That's what I thought. I like it when I can do 10 photos. The outings, when they're on outings, I definitely get a lot of photos back. So I am continuing to use some of that Obed Marshall Buenos Dias collection that I've used on the last couple of layouts. I've been using that up, or within the last couple of weeks. I've been using some of that up. I love the collection, and I hadn't used a ton of it, and I was like, okay, let's get this down. When I was scrapbooking these, it was warm out. Obviously, when you're seeing these, it's not. But hopefully this will help you feel a little bit summery. And obviously this is a little bit summery here. This took place right at like Memorial Day weekend. So that's, which is kind of the start of summer for us. And it was a warm Memorial Day weekend. And it's not always. So that's nice. So I added the striped paper from the Let's Celebrate collection from Buenos Dias. And then, that's a Let's Celebrate paper from the Buenos Dias collection. And then I just added that on top of some basil cardstock. I don't use cardstock all that often, but in this particular case I did. And then one of the things I'm not going to do on this layout that I often do is I'll usually put some sort of washi tape or something to separate the join between the two. I didn't need to do that this time because the only part that's going to be showing of the join between the pink and the striped paper is to the left there, way to the left. So just playing around here with how those photos go. That is one nice thing about having a lot of photos, is there's way less embellishment that needs to take place because the photos are doing a lot of that for you. So some of them are a little bit long here, so I'm just going to trim those up. All right. So I have the bones of the layout done. Now comes the fun part, the embellishing part. Okay, so I have these acrylic pieces from that Obed Marshall Let's Buenos Dias collection. And there's one that says memories and one that says moments. So I'm thinking I want to use those. That's from the acrylic shapes from that collection. And then I just grabbed the ephemera pieces, which are the die cuts, trying to see what I might be able to use here. And actually, I think this layout actually came before the cheesy layout. I did it before the cheesy layout because you just saw that one. And that Fun Times was from that layout. Sometimes I don't put the videos up in the same order that I scrapbook them. It kind of depends on how things go. Like whether I need a 2-page or a 1-page layout. I don't always do 2 pages on Tuesday, but I often do 2 pages on Tuesday. All right, so I'm changing things up a little bit here. I've now taken that acrylic shape down to the bottom because I have that floral cluster, but I'm liking it better on top now. I'm thinking, because I just found that camera from the chipboard from the Buenos Dias collection. I also added a die cut journaling spot and then another floral cluster on the left with that the memories acrylic that you saw before. So I'm loving how all of that works. I don't have a lot to say. I wasn't here, but it was a nice opportunity. My daughter-in-law takes the kids either individually or just a couple at a time, just so they get some individual attention. My stepson is a stay-at-home dad as of this, but as of my videoing this, by the time you see this, he actually will be back to work full-time because all the kids are now in school. So she did that just to get time with the kids because she was working full-time and Dad had them all day long, and it's nice for them to get some mom time too. Plus to give them each a break from 4 kids. Not that they're lovely and wonderful. Perfect, of course, because they're my grandchildren. Notice I laughed. Anyway. All right, so I'm just thinking about, I've got that extra flower and I'm thinking about adding that into a cluster somewhere, but it wasn't working. Color-wise, I think I want the pink or the orange, not the blue up there. There's a lot of blue going on in a couple of these clusters. So I settle on the orange there. So I'll add that in and then add some ATG to the back of this. Sometimes the ATG doesn't stick to the back of the acrylic pieces. And boy, these remind me of the old KI Memories acrylic pieces. Has anybody been scrapping long enough to remember those from, like, I don't know, the late 2000s maybe? I found some more chipboard here. I like that little heart and the little pop of color in pink, and it has silver on it, as does the camera. So I'm getting a little bit of silver in here, and also the floral cluster on the bottom right has a silver, so I want to get a little bit of silver into the left there, and I'm playing with it. and I decided eventually to do that, to get that, and I thought I need to do that, the silver. Then I just added chipboard into that other cluster up there with the floral heart there. I can't see if I did this or not. I did add the heart, that striped heart, on top of the camera just to get a piece of acrylic down there, because the other two clusters have acrylic in it. This is the Chamel Field Trip alphabet stickers in the, they're in this beautiful silver. I love this alpha. I'm going to be so sad when it's all gone and I have no more to use. So I just love this. So we're going to just call this Seven Bridges, which is the name of the park that they were at in Picnic, because that's what they did. It's right on the lakefront near Milwaukee. It's a beautiful place because really there are 7 bridges that you cross in this park. Just beautiful. It's natural. And they don't, you know, they live close enough that this is an easy one to get to. And I knew I wasn't going to be able to spell 7 out with the letters. So, well, actually, I figured out I wasn't going to be able to spell 7 with the letters. What was happening is I didn't like the way the MacGyvering was going to look with all of this. There's the acrylic heart. You'll see it in the still shot. I changed the word 7 to the number 7. There we go. There's the still shot and a couple of detail shots. Hope you're all well, and I'll be back with another layout again soon. Bye, everybody.